Yellowstone is full of grizzlies. So full, they are spilling out of their protected zone and into the rural communities that surround it. Places like Wapiti, Wyoming, near Cody, where fascination with grizzlies has turned into fear.
I was afraid to let my kids out of my sight.
Amber Oswald and her husband John moved from California 8 years ago with their children, Michael and Claire, and built their dream house along a creek in Wapiti.
I was sitting there one day with a gal from the parent-teacher group, and she looks out the window and she says, "There's a bear in your playhouse."
But literally your backyard?
Right.
The grizzlies came even closer, one right onto her back porch, chewing on her hot tub, wrestling with the barbecue. Another bear did some real damage.
It actually ripped the siding off my house trying to get into the garage, and that was scary.
He's headed right to you.
Grizzlies are a nearly constant presence in Wapiti from March to November, the 8 months they spend out of their dens. They're crossing the roads like any other pedestrian and sniffing around homes for food. Soon after a bear-proof fence went up around the school playground, a bear slammed into it and ran off. Many residents say they came here to be close to the wildlife, but not this close.
My worst fear would be to see a bear running away with my little Claire in his mouth.
Telling you that they haven't killed anybody in these kinds of communities is not comforting enough.
Not when you hear about people getting their scalps sewed back on and things like that, you know.
People in the region are attacked by grizzlies every year, mostly hunters and hikers. 8 were attacked last summer alone.
Hey!
Go home.
Ha! Get out of here! Ho!
That's Amber's father trying to scare this grizzly out of their yard. A grizzly who is totally unfazed, even when showered with a pair of boots. The bear barely budged.
Hey! Get out of here!
If Amber's dad had shot it, he could have gone to jail. The same is true for cattleman Kurt Bales, manager of the TE Ranch outside Cody. If he had shot any of the grizzlies that have killed several of his cattle each year.
This is a sow that's been coming back for years.
With more grizzlies invading private property, Bales chafes under the limits of the Endangered Species Act, which allows him to protect himself from grizzlies, but not his cattle. He says the feds have let the bear population get out of hand.
There's only room for so many out there in this area, and the food source is only going to support so many. It'd be like us putting 1,000 head of cows into a pasture that may only feed 500 head.
So while some people say we need to get more grizzlies, I gather that you think there are already too many.
I think there's too many in this area, yes.